At this point, I would like to please invite Mr. Estrada, Father Estrada, please come up. And he will present the award for Mr. Villalobos. Thank you so much, Father.
Good evening, everyone. It gives me a great pleasure and an honor, and I'm humbled tonight to be asked to present the next person that's going to receive an award. And I want to spend a few minutes to introduce you to an amazing person who has, God gives us all gifts. Is that right? We're all born with a gift. And the gift that God has given our brother Frank Villalobos of design, of ideas, of building, of being an architect, he has used them well for his community. That's why he's being recognized today. I'm Father Richard Estrada. I've been around here. I was born and raised in East LA. This is my barrio. Welcome. Okay. I love this place, and so does Frank. I also founded and was a director of a nonprofit organization to help out homeless youth. And we needed a center, a community center, and also a housing center. So we had a property, so we wanted a design. We wanted to build. We needed to renovate. So I heard of Frank Villalobos. I've seen a lot of his work, and I really insisted that he's going to be the guy. He's going to be our architect. And I had the pleasure of meeting with him and the staff. And what an amazing experience that was, to meet someone like Frank. Really, he's history. He's got a lot of history. He's a good storyteller, and he needs to know you. He needs to have a relationship with you, and that all goes into what he is going to design or prepare for you or offer in the architecture. So, anyway, I am so happy and honored to be here tonight, just to honor you. But let me give you a little bit of background of who Frank is. Frank Villalobos, president of Barrio Planners. Frank Villalobos, with his creative leadership, innovative public participation concepts, and tireless dedication, has improved the quality of life and enhanced public perception of architects and architecture in underprivileged communities throughout California and beyond. Frank Villalobos, who is currently the lead architect for Eastside LRT Partners, is responsible for the design of the Metro Gold Line Eastside Extension stations. His most recent local participation includes the White Memorial Medical Office Building, Health Research Association Building on Marengo, Salesian Family Youth Center, and amongst other projects in landscape and urban design are the Kaiser Permanente Medical Offices Building, Mariachi Plaza, and the East Los Angeles is an East Los Angeles icon, the Whittier Boulevard Arch. Frank's dream of becoming an architect and returning to his neighborhood of East Los Angeles was fulfilled upon graduation from California State Polytechnic University, Pomona, as one of the first Latino graduates with a degree in architecture. At Cal Poly, under the direction of Ray Cap, FAIA, he concentrated on the use of process as a base for design. Influenced by the civil rights movement in the late 60s, Frank embraced a positive vision of providing advocacy in planning and design services for the community from which he came. In 1971, Frank and other Cal Poly graduates established Barrio Planners as a community design center, opened a nonprofit firm in East Los Angeles, and extended design services for the underprivileged. A driving force in Barrio Planners, Frank instituted a new philosophy and included community participation in the design service. This new approach includes detailed neighborhood studies, oral histories, interviews, workshops, and community meetings aimed at understanding its social and cultural context and the documentation of relevant design issues, opportunities, and desires. This integrated design approach allowed community residents to actively participate, prioritize, and take ownership of the design process. So, the list of philanthropic, professional, and civic organizations that he has led, advanced, influenced, and inspired is almost endless. So, you see, Frank has left his fingerprints, his footprints all over greater Los Angeles. And he'll be gone, we'll be gone, but those designs, those buildings, those whatever he built will still be there. So with this, I'd like to honor you again and ask you to come forward and ask everyone for a big applause.
On behalf of the Board of Directors, the Museum of Social Justice, here's your award. Thank you. I have to tell you, one of my favorite Barrio Planners projects is the equestrian statue here with Antonio Aguilar. I love that. I just wish, yeah, I'm just sorry that my father didn't get to see it, but oh well. Anyway, here you go.
Thank you very much. Father, I don't know how to thank you for all of the things that you have done for the East Side and for the greater the humanity here in Los Angeles, not just in East Los Angeles, but throughout the city. Bishop, I got the memo, red tie, white shirt, and blue suit. You know, they only chose the little guys, not over 5'6", so here I am. I want to thank the Board of Directors and, of course, the United Methodist Church and its congregation for honoring me in such a beautiful way. There has been a lot of, honors that have been bestowed on me. I think it has to do with my white hair because now people are starting to notice me. I want to thank my wife who's here with me. Patricia, please stand up because she's put up with me for 44 years. It takes a special kind of person to put up with a person that's always missing at the home. And I am very, very proud of you. And I want to say in public that had it not been for her cooperation with my education, I probably would not have graduated from Cal Poly. And And I also want to thank the people that got us to where we are today, and those are the founders of Barrio Planners that included a number of graduates. 5 of us graduated from Cal Poly in 1970, and we were the first Latino graduates to get out of there with our, with our hair, which was down to the waist in that time. And we could not find jobs when we got out, and we were told, study hard, love your community, work hard, and when you graduate, you'll see the rewards. And what happened is that they were kidding, because I think they were talking to the wrong crowd, because when we got out, there were no jobs waiting for us. And so we formed Barrio Planners with the act of kindness for our community. At the time, the freeway system has taken 7 freeways through East LA. 19,000 families have been displaced to form that I-freeway system. And other things have happened to our community, and the rationale was that it was always for the good of the community. And we didn't realize that they were talking about the rough community. So what we did is we formed Barrio Planners with the expectation that maybe our rewards would be later. And so I am so happy to mention the names of the people that founded us. Amongst them are David Angelo, he's a Quaker, Manuel Orozco, Raul Escobedo, that I now just recently learned that Mr. Rodriguez and I are connected by family through Raul Escobedo. He recently passed away. And the credit goes to the visionaries that founded this whole principle having to do with community as being the most important part of design. And we owe a lot also to our parents, because we were all brought up in good families. And as a result, we ended up at Cal Poly in a time when no other Latinos or blacks or Asians were admitted into the school. It was a cultural shock to arrive at a time when we were expected to do better, and guess what? We found out that we were better, that we were the best that our community had. And therefore, we succeeded. And so now, 44 years later, you know what? My little brother is the one that cries. I'm not the one that cries. 44 years later, we were helped by a lot of people like Father, who have given us an opportunity to do the projects. People that have taken a risk with us and have succeeded. And so I urge you to go east and see, if you see something that looks colorful, we did it. So thank you, Father, and thank you to the Board of Directors and the United Methodist Church.